63 grams of power, and that car is toast. Big hit, and the GT Hunter is tossed, makes some nice jumps. Look at Shark Cruiser spin through the air several times and lands it perfectly. Wow. Over half the cars have been eliminated, and so has one of the teams. Welcome to the Junkyard Joust Main Event. Hi everybody, this is Aaron Yonda, and this is the last match before the finals, where it's all gonna be decided. Let's take a look at our teams. Still in the match are GPK, Alabaster Aces, Indigo Ice Picks, Jousters of the Universe, Shark Attack, Truculent, Shining Steel, Amaranthin, Joustin' Jalopies, but not Propulsion. They were eliminated in spectacular fashion. Let's joust. Up first in round 3, it's the Indigo Ice Picks, last season's champions. They're starting with Let's Go, and Jordy LaForge is taking a ride. Jordy slots into place in Let's Go, down towards the end of the track. Evil Weevil, our track buffer, slowing the cars down on this initial run. And our second car of the evening is going to be 84 GMC Sierra Classic. Heavy truck. Big hit right there. Wow, how did Jordy stay in the car? It flipped over several times. Lands upside down in the safety spot, makes it all the way almost to 8. That is pretty high up in the air right there. A lot of bouncing, and finally comes to rest. Wow, Jordy must definitely have his seatbelt on. Mo2 Wind Raider. This thing's been tough to eliminate. Good car for the Jousters. Mo2 goes off the back, and as I say that, it immediately just flops over upside down. A terrible loss for the Jousters right there. Just not quite enough oomph to make it upright. Street Raptor for Amaranthin. Street Raptor slugs it out with the tent on the back of that Sierra and manages to go curbside, but also makes the Sierra curbside. This could be bad for both of them. Ballistic for Shining Steel. Ballistic, a powerful hit, so powerful, in fact, it knocks Ballistic off the track, as well as Street Raptor, flips him right over and twirls him off the track upside down. An elimination, but not the kind of elimination you want to get. Next up, it's the unlikely duo of Picard and Cookie in the 50 Mercury.
You're damn right.
Nice hit there, and they knock the Sierra off the track. Can't quite get it over, but man, there's a lot of eliminations on the track right now. 4 cars are done, 2 are still going. Dune Crusher for the Alabaster Aces. Dune Crusher goes off the back of the Mercury. It flips up in the air, but manages to land it. Good hit there, and it knocks the Mercury into the track, which is gonna help. Barely avoids knocking Cookie out. Sea Rescue Boat for Shark Attack. This thing is difficult to eliminate. And the Sea Rescue Boat, ooh, it went sideways. I just keep saying that these vehicles are hard to eliminate, and then they immediately get eliminated. However, I don't think it's necessarily over for that boat yet. Unaware Aaron, the last surviving car for GPK. Aaron slams hard in the back of the Mercury and knocks the Sierra Classic over. Sierra tries to roll on that tent, but can't do it. Dune Crusher, meanwhile, nice recovery. Tigray for the Ice Picks. This is the new guy on the block. Tigray pushes, but can't get any action. Stays locked in the track, and some hoods go up. 84 GMC Sierra for Truculent, looking for some revenge here. Only manages to knock Tigray off the track. Nice hit, but not sure if Tigray would be counted as eliminated in that position. The Sierra is locked in. Evil Lynn for the Jousters, 76 grams. Evil Lynn does a great job of knocking all the cars down the track, and Unaware Aaron, apparently not aware that he's about to crush Cookie in that Mercury, going up on top. Cruella DeVille. Cruella knocks the back of Evil Lynn, and Unaware Aaron slides off the track into what could potentially be a dangerous sideways position. Looks upright for now, though. Nitrium. Nitrium gets a hit on the back of Cruella, just pushes a little bit, doesn't get any action, though. Evil Lynn is curbside and stays curbside. 47 Chevy for Joustin' Jalopies. The Chevy tries to crush Nitrium in between Cruella DeVille, manages to push Evil Lynn a little bit farther off and push that boat over more. Shadow Jet 2 gonna stir it up down there. Shadow Jet does manage to get underneath the Chevy, but it's too heavy to get it sideways or upside down. It just slides off the edge, and Nitrium is balanced precariously. Hammer down for Shark Attack. Hammered down goes off the back of Shadowjet, sort of clips it and flips, and then does a great job of spinning to make that landing on 2 wheels. Very agile recovery. Power Rocket. Power Rocket hits the back of Shadowjet and does what Power Rocket does so well. Just an amazing athlete. Bounces up in the air, goes about 6.5, and spins and bounces and spins and lands right side up. You knew it was going to happen, and it does. Meanwhile, Cruella de Vil is sliding off the track. Big hit coming from the GMC service bed. The service bed takes out Cruella de Vil and knocks Evil Lynn way off the track to safety, as it turns out. Shadowjet goes under the Sierra, but the Sierra is not out of it yet. Cruella definitely done. And that boat, if I'm not mistaken, is starting to make a comeback. He-Man. He-Man, a nice hit, and ooh, it's bad news for Truculent as the Sierra gets flipped upside down by its own teammate. And take a look at what happened when the Sierra flipped over. It brought the boat back right side up again. Unbelievable. Crazy Eights. Crazy Eights pushes the service bed all the way off the track. Service bed slides into a friendly position, and now He-Man is curbside. Blue Shark. Blue Shark knocks 2 cars off the track. Crazy Eights manages to survive, but He-Man not looking too good. Flips upside down. It's going to be tough to recover from that, but not impossible. Here comes the final car of round 3. Another truck for Truculent, the Chevy. And the Chevy pile drives Blue Shark. Knocks the Mercury off the track, but the Mercury is still right side up. And I don't think there was any eliminations on that. Shadowjet responsible for that Mercury sliding off. Taking a look at the wreckage, it looks like we're gonna lose about 8 cars in this round. It could be 9 depending on the judgment of the officials. Looks like one of the Weevils is down there judging right now. And it looks like Crazy Eights is gonna make the cut. Taking a look at the aftermath, GPK is still in it. Alabaster looks good. Indigo just lost 1. Jousters lost 2, they're down to 1, and Shark Attack steady at 2. Truculent lost 2, they're down to 2. Shining Steel is down to 1. Amaranth and Lucky the Crazy 8 survived, they are down to 1. Joust and Jalopy is steady at 2. If you ever thought it would be fun to submit your own cars to compete in the Junkyard Joust, well, now is your chance. Submissions are open for the Junkyard Joust Custom Tournament. I've already had a bunch of teams submitted, as you can see here. It's gonna be pretty crazy. You can see the rules and do your entry over at redlinederby.com. There's a link in the description. And now it's time to joust round 4. Starting out the Indigo Ice Picks, the only team with more than 2 cars left in this match. As Tigray takes position, Tigray proving to be an asset for the Ice Picks in this match so far. Next up, it's the difficult to eliminate Dune Crusher, although I should know better than to say that. And Dune Crusher breaks the curse of my announcing and turns over, lands upright off the track, bounces just right off of Tigray, and makes that recovery. That was a good recovery right there. And here they come again in the Mercury.
Shields up.
What? The Mercury slaps Tigray into position a couple of times, and both Cookie and Picard managing to stay in the vehicle this time. And the Mercury is locked in. Here comes the Sea Rescue Boat for Shark Attack. Rescue Boat just evacuates the track completely, jumps right off and leaves, and I'm sure is completely safe over there. Actually manages to get up in the mid-5 range, height-wise, pretty good launch. Takes the hit, gets off the track. That's a great way to survive in Junkyard Joust. 75 GMC service bed. A heavy thunk from the service bed and Cookie gets ejected. Wow, she just spins all over the place and lands on her tiny yet very durable head. Meanwhile, Picard and the Mercury escape to safety behind the boat, and Tigray's up on that safety rail. Crazy Eight's last remaining car for Amaranthin. Crazy 8 smashes into the back of the service bed, and Tigray takes the brunt of it, being pushed into the crates and then gets flopped upside down. Not a good position. There's a chance of recovery there, but it's iffy. Here comes another big hit. This time it's from Evil Lynn. Evil Lynn bangs into the back of Crazy 8's. Tigray almost gets tossed off the side to a recovery, but can't quite do it. Now we got 2 cars that are curbside, and both of them need to survive to keep their teams in this. Nitrium. Nitrium, wow, that was a close one for both of those cars. Nitrium starts to get off the track, and Crazy 8s and Evil Lynn are both in deep trouble. And here comes a big hit. This could be bad for them. Unaware Aaron. Unaware Aaron. Ooh, wow, look at that. Nitrium makes a spinning recovery. Crazy 8s flips over and lands on top of Cookie. And Unaware Aaron, apparently very unaware on that hit, flips over sideways. Wow, had a chance to take out two teams right there and couldn't do it. Meanwhile, it looks like Cookie is holding Crazy 8s up with apparently superhuman strength. Here comes Power Rocket. Power Rocket notches into the back of Unaware Aaron and just manages to turn him more upside down. This could be it for GPK. Shadowjet 2 for the Aces. Shadowjet slides lightly under Power Rocket. A little jostling and Power Rocket is pushed off the track, but still safe. Meanwhile, Aaron remains unaware and upside down. 47 Chevy. The Chevy tries to climb over Shadowjet. Unaware Aaron gets tossed off the track, goes upside down, and that Chevy is in a bit of a rough position. Might be able to escape, though, on this hit from Hammerdown. And the Chevy does manage to escape, and Hammerdown, on the other hand, goes over sideways off the back of Shadowjet. Shadowjet deadly on the front and the back, apparently. Great recovery by the Chevy. Speaking of Chevys, here comes the Chevy M1008. And the Chevy knocks Evil Lynn and the Jousters of the Universe probably out of this tournament. Nasty hit right there, and somehow the Chevy makes a recovery. It looks like it's losing part of the front bumper of the truck, but a great hit and a great potential recovery. Blue Shark. Blue Shark swats the back end of the Chevy over, but the Chevy stays balanced and is not out. That was the final car of round 4. Looks like we lost 3 vehicles and 2 teams are out. That's going to make it a grand total of 3 teams eliminated. Let's take a look at the aftermath. With the elimination of Unaware Aaron, GPK is done. Ice Picks lost 1 and are down to 2. Jousters are out and Shark Attack's down to 1. Truculent and the Jalopies are looking good with 2 cars left each. Shining Steel and Amaranthine still in this with 1. 7 teams left. Here we go. Round 5. Things are starting to heat up. Joust and Jalopies still have 2, and this one has the duo. The Mercury hits Evil Weevil, and Cookie ejects from the car. Maybe she's a little tired from having to hold that car up for most of the last round. Probably wants a little break. The card stays belted in. GMC Service Bed. The service bed gives a nice boot to the Mercury, and the Mercury takes advantage of that to scoot, goes all the way over into the corner of the track, into the tires, and the car can just take a little nap and rest over there. Alabaster Aces have been steady with 2 cars for a while now. Here comes Dune Crusher. Dune Crusher does it again. The perfect dismount, gets off the track and escapes any further persecution. Indigo's down to 2 cars now. Power Rocket's up. Power Rocket hits the back of that service bed, and service bed does not move a muscle. Sea Rescue Boat. Sea Rescue Boat does it again, same as Dune Crusher, just gets off the track. Actually, not quite all the way off the track, but probably close enough. Nitrium. Nitrium hits Power Rocket. Power Rocket looks like it's about to rocket off of the back of service bed. The boat sinks a little lower. Crazy 8s. Crazy 8s hits Nitrium, and what just happened? Power Rocket went off the back of service bed and just kind of flops over, does not continue the roll. Dune Crusher prevents a full rollover, and look at this. Power Rocket is in deep, deep trouble right now, and so is the whole Indigo Ice Picks team with the potential loss of that car. 47 Chevy. The Chevy smacks the back of Nitrium. The cars all remain locked in. Nobody touches Power Rocket. They're all probably hoping they don't accidentally right that car. Here comes the 86 Chevy for Truculent. The Chevy truck scoops the 47 Chevy up off the back of Nitrium, and that car is in trouble. Shadowjet 2. Shadowjet bolts underneath the Park Ranger truck and takes off a bumper, completely removes that bumper from the vehicle, and it goes sky high all the way up to the maximum height, goes out of the shot and lands back over to the right. Right now, though, the Chevy is still alive. That's the important part. Blue Shark. Blue Shark goes off the back of Shadow Jet, and that was perilous. A lot of bouncing, and they both managed to survive somehow. Meanwhile, the 47 Chevy flips over and stays sideways. And that's already the last car of round 5, and what a round it was. Looks like we're gonna lose 2 cars here, and one of them is huge. Indigo Ice Picks reeling from the loss of Power Rocket. Their bid for the finals is in jeopardy right here. Alabaster Aces still have 2 left. Ice Picks still in it barely with 1. Shark Attack with 1. Shining Steel and Amaranthin, and now the Jalopies all at 1. Truculent still at 2. Here we go with round 6. Truculent is doing well with these solid trucks staying on the track. Service bed slots in nicely down at the bottom of the hill. Truculent and Alabaster, the only teams with 2 cars remaining. The resilient Dune Crusher is up next. Dune Crusher tries to do its normal escape the track, doesn't quite pull it off this time. In fact, gets stuck and hung up a little bit sideways. We'll see if he can finish off the recovery when he takes this hit from Crazy Eights. Crazy Eights finishes off Dune Crusher instead. There was no recovery, and that was a nasty hit. And Dune Crusher, a solid car for the Alabaster Aces, has been potentially eliminated right there. Shark Attack's last hope is the Sea Rescue Boat. Ironically, the only non-shark on the team, still in this, but does not manage to escape the track this time. We'll see if Nitrium can push him out to sea. Nitrium almost gets the boat off the track. It spins around and starts to move. Crazy Eights bobbles a little bit, but sinks back into the track. Blue Shark, last hope for the Ice Picks. Blue Shark knocks Nitrium underneath Crazy Eights, and Crazy Eights slides off Blue Shark and manages to stay upright. That was a close one. It's a bit messy down there right now. Cookie and Picard are going to try to make sense of it.
You think you're up to it?
The hell if I know.
The Mercury collides with Blue Shark and pushes it off the back of that service bed. Again, the service bed solely responsible for the elimination of Power Rocket, and now may be responsible for the Blue Shark being eliminated. Unbelievable. There's 2 cars left in this round. If Blue Shark doesn't find a way upright, it's over for the Ice Picks. 86 Chevy. Chevy slams into the back, and look at this. The Mercury is flipped upside down. Both riders are upside down, somehow maintaining their presence in the car, but it's possible that the Jalopies are in trouble right now. That is their final car if that thing stays upside down. Oh, and look at Blue Shark is pushed over more. Wow. Shadow Jet, final car of the round. Shadow Jet shakes it up, but look at this. The Mercury has flipped over and recovered. Cookie has vacated the car on the way back, but that doesn't matter. The vehicle is recovered, and the Jalopies are staying in this. Right now, it's a little iffy whether that Chevy is at the 45-degree angle or not. We're going to get an official down on the field to see if that thing is eliminated. And it does not look like it goes beyond the 45-degree angle, so Truculent going to keep that vehicle. Meanwhile, guess what, everybody? The Indigo Ice Picks are out of this competition. They are not going to the finals this year. Also eliminated was Dune Crusher for Alabaster, but they still have 1 left with Shadow Jet. And we are heading into round 7. Here we go, round 7. So the first and the third place teams are not making it into the finals again this year. Only Legionaries going back to the finals, and it's going to be 9 new teams. And we're getting closer to finding out what those teams are going to be as that deadly service bed takes to the track again. Nitrium. Nitrium pushes the service bed forward, a little bounce, but the service bed does not falter, and now they're both locked in. Cookie and Picard getting a lot of action in this match. They are having a great time right now. Cookie takes flight this time and goes all the way down to the crates. A great leaping jump right there, and a great run by the Mercury, which is locked in on the track. Cookie looks fine, maybe a little muddy. Here comes Shadow Jet for the Aces. Shadow Jet gets underneath the Mercury, and Picard is tossed out of the car for the first time in this competition, and it's a bad luck omen as the Mercury topples over upside down, then goes sideways, and that Mercury might still get turned over. We've seen it before, but they are definitely in danger right now. Crazy Eights. Crazy Eights goes off the back of Shadowjet, but also pushes it underneath Nitrium. And we've got a tangle of 3 cars down at the end of the track. Opportunity here for the next couple vehicles. Next one's going to be Sea Rescue Boat. It's going to try to escape the track as quick as possible. And it doesn't do it. It actually knocks the 3 cars around a little bit, but doesn't do any damage. Leaving that for the next car. And there will probably be some damage here. It's the 86 Chevy, 67 grams. The Chevy pushes into all the cars, and wow, amazing, not a single one of them gets eliminated. Picard gets a little jostled there by Nitrium, maybe a little tire massage on his back, but the only elimination in this round is gonna be for the Joustin' Jalopies. No more trips for Cookie and Picard, I'm afraid, as we're gonna have to say goodbye to the Joustin' Jalopies. That leaves us with 5 teams left in this competition. Picard and Cookie taking a much-needed break with LaForge and Troy. Cookie acting the fool as usual.
Children are young. They don't understand what might be dangerous.
Whatever. Let's get back in the action. Round 8. Let's go. 75 GMC service bed. 2 vehicles still left for Truculent. They're the only team with 2 vehicles left, and they are looking pretty solid right about now. Gonna be hard to get them out of this match for any of the remaining cars. Amaranthin's last hope, Crazy Eights. Crazy Eights hits the solid back of the service bed and stays locked in the track. Best you can do in that situation. Sea Rescue Boat, last chance for Shark Attack. Sea Rescue Boat knocks Crazy Eights up on the back of that service bed, and we know what happens when you get up on that thing. This does not bode well for Amaranthin right now. Nitrium. Nitrium knocks the Sea Rescue Boat off and finishes the job with Crazy Eights. Crazy Eights looking pretty unlikely to get a recovery from that position, and I think Amaranthin might just be done. A lot of people thought Amaranthin would make it back to the finals. It doesn't look good right now. Shadowjet 2. Shadowjet tries to get under Nitrium, does a little jostling, and starts to, but can't quite finish the job. But I think Truculent's probably going to be able to help with that. Here comes the Chevy. The Chevy uses Shadowjet to its advantage and pushes Nitrium off the track. Nitrium flips, goes up off the back of the service bed, which is death for any car that makes contact with it. And Nitrium goes upside down, and that is going to leave us with 3 teams, folks. 2 teams eliminated in this round, and now we know who's going to the finals. Let's take a look at the aftermath. Alabaster and Shark Attack each survived this with 1 car, and Truculent survived it with 2. And wow, was there some damage to the vehicles in this main event. Look at all these cars and the pieces that are missing now from their vehicles. Truculent will get a chance to do some repairs before the finals. And if you're wondering who that 10th team is going to be, it looks like Thunderlords are going to edge out Amaranthin. 38 points to Amaranthin's 35. Congrats to the Thunderlords. They are going to the finals. They're going to join these 9 other teams in the battle for glory in the Junkyard Joust Finals. It's going to be legendary, so make sure you join us for that. And don't forget to submit your custom cars via the link in the description. Thank you to my patrons for supporting this show. Another round of sponsorships will be starting soon with the next season. See you next time on The Joust.